We are 2 hours into our show and still nothing just said. A couple of deals late last night. Yannick Hansen going to San Jose. Gord, you got something?
Yep, hang on.
All right.
James, we do have something. Bob McKenzie, the insider.
Yes, first big news of the day, a major acquisition. Actually, make that a major reacquisition. TSN is proud to announce that Jay Onrait and Dan O'Toole are returning to the TSN fold, a.k.a. Jay and Dan. So happy to welcome them back to TSN.
Weren't they on waivers?
Jay's welcome to be come up to the cottage, my cottage, anytime. Dan, we're still not sure on.
Wow. Blockbuster deal. Jay and Dan back on TSN, and they join us live now from Los Angeles. I guess I have to ask the most pressing Trade Center question we always ask. Were you aware of the deal?
We were not, but I just have one question for you. Do we get to be on the reporters?
That is the show you will be doing when you return to TSN. Are you happy about the deal? That's always the second question I ask the guys.
We get to come home.
Yay!
Heck yeah! We're going back to Canada.
We're excited. We were getting deported anyway, so it's great.
We're not sure you'll be allowed back in the country, so we have to take care of that thing first. I guess it's like the Sedins, right? You could only come back as a package, except you're not identical.
That's right. And we're also very soft.
Hey, the Sedins are not soft. You, indeed. Look, some players are intimidated by playing in a Canadian market. You do have experience in a Canadian market, but are you ready to deal with the intense pressure and media coverage that goes with returning to the Canadian market where you will be watched?
Yeah, it's tough. We were dealing with a market here. How many people saw us?
Tons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to dress better when you come back to TSN than you're currently dressed?
What's wrong with this Ironhead T-shirt?
Yeah. What's wrong with that, Duffy?
Yeah,
Canadian company.
Yeah, that's a good quality.
What's happened to you?
And I'm trying to be a mime.
Have you guys changed? I think Canadians want to know, have 4 years living in Hollywood changed you guys? Are you going to come home with big entourages and egos and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah, big time. But we already had that, right? I mean, you knew how it was when we wandered around the hallways of TSN, us. Well, I actually have one question. We don't have to work with O'Neill, do we?
No.
As long as we don't have to work with O-Dog.
Most important clause that we put in your contract. That's done 100%.
Oh, thank God.
I suppose we should probably tell people at this point that this is not a joke, that Jay and Dan are actually coming back to Canada, because we've done a little bit of shtick on this show as we've done in the past. This is happening. Yeah. Jay and Jan will return to TSN.
You've been killing time, Duffy.
I know. It's all we ever do. But you'll have a new show starting in September on TSN SC with Jay and Dan at midnight Eastern, and then it'll run all morning just like the good old days, correct?
Yeah, we get to do highlights again. I can't tell you how excited we're for that, because we haven't done highlights in 4 years.
No, it's just a lot of embrace debate down here. It's a lot of shouting down here, James. I suppose you guys could use that right now, trying to fill a little time as the trades come in. But we're very excited to do highlights again. And we're excited to cover hockey again, because I don't know if you're aware, it's not as huge down here as it is up there, the whole hockey thing.
I've heard that.
So we're very, very pumped. We're very pumped to be coming home. And we're very excited to be on both at midnight Eastern and all morning, so people will be able to watch us in the nude as they always did growing up for the past 15 years of their lives.
That's right. We had so many people when we were on TSN before, in which the girlfriend would say, me and my boyfriend or husband lie in bed and watch you every night. So we fall asleep with you every single day and wake up with you too. So we're very happy for that.
Most babies over the last 15 years in Canada were conceived watching our faces.
Yeah, thanks. You're creepy as ever, and that's what we love about you guys. Look, we do have a lot of time to fill, so what are your thoughts on the trades that have happened? There really haven't been any that have happened today, but maybe over the last couple of days. You do still follow hockey yet, right?
Yes, I just want to know, because I follow you on Twitter, as does everyone in Canada. When you see these trades going on, and you always send out like uncle or something, what is actually going on inside your head?
I'm kind of having fun with the people, Dan. Look, I gave up on this thing. The dream died years ago on Trade Center. We know that not much is going to happen, but the people love to know that we're squirming and in pain, and so I like to feed into that. Jay, I need to ask you this. This is very important. What do you think of the Columbus goaltending right now so far this season?
Oh, Bobrovsky!
Yes.
Sorry, it's just like a tick. It's like a tick. I'm so excited to do Blue Jackets, and they're good. The Blue Jackets are good. We used to do those Bobrovsky highlights, and they were terrible. Now they're good. It's so exciting.
Yeah, and Nordique's highlights, they're still there, right?
Yeah. Did Vegas move there yet?
Dan, you're gonna have to pick up on there's a team coming to Las Vegas and nothing in Quebec yet. And there's been some realignment over the last couple of years.
And they stole the London Knights logo.
That is exactly true. Do you have are you going to bring back some of the same shtick that we saw? You know, you blew it and all those segments.
Yes, that will definitely be back on the new show, SC. But it's SC with Jay and Dan because SportsCenter's not hip with the kids anymore. It's just SC, right? It's just SC with Jay and Dan. So we're going with SC with Jay and Dan. We're bringing back You Blew It. Apparently the network is still negotiating with producer Tim. So producer Tim's like a holdout. Producer Tim he's holding out for more money and more jars of Kraft peanut butter, I believe.
Well,
he
if one guy was going to change when he went to Hollywood,
down whenever he visited Canada.
That would be the guy who I expected to change and go Hollywood would be producer Tim. Well, guys, we're as pumped as heck. You're great friends, but you're also fantastic at what you do. So we're very excited that you're back. The State's never appreciated you the way we do. Jay and Dan coming back to TSN this fall. Enjoy the rest of Trade Center.
Can we live with you? Toronto housing prices are too high.
No.
Okay.
Thanks.
We'll get you an apartment somewhere. Jay Onrait and Dan O'Toole. And again, not a joke, back on TSN. That might be the only significant announcement we have of the day, but it's exciting for the network, isn't it?
It's awesome. It's awesome.
It is, isn't it?
I mean,
Did we surprise you? Because we kept this very quiet. There was only a handful of people that knew because we kind of had this done a couple days ago, but we didn't want it to leak out.
I didn't realize you were in the negotiations.
I was involved.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew. Wearing T-shirts like that, I think if they had known something was happening, they would have dressed up for the occasion. But
no, that would be them. It is like 5. What is it? What time is it?
Is there a dress code?
I can't believe they got up.
There's a dress code, right? When they come to work, there's a dress code.
Well, maybe they're hipsters.
They
honestly don't care.
Do you think they're going to...
LA changed on the way home right now, right?
Right, but they're going to have sandals and shorts and come back with the big LA shades. And
well, the shorts aren't going to be really a good choice.
Right.
Have they looked outside?
That's a good point by you. The other thing, too, the Jay and Dan podcast will probably be back, which might threaten the James Duthie Rubber Boots podcast and the Bobcast. So we're going to have to deal with that rivalry when Jay and Dan return. Again, that show will start in the fall. Apparently, they need 4 months vacation after their time is over.
You've got to prepare?
With Fox. They've got to do some preparation for the wackiness they do. But a new show on SportsCenter, 12 o'clock Eastern Time, SC with Jay and Dan, starting around September.